The date is March 28, 1964. This is FCA Live with Miss Susan Wallace.
Our top story of this hour is an earthquake that shook approximately 1,300,000 square kilometers of North America, all of Alaska, parts of Western Yukon Territory, Western British Columbia, Western Canada, Washington State, Oregon, and Northern California. Being near the plate boundary in between the North American plate and the ever-moving northward Pacific plate, Alaska is very prone to earthquakes. Each year it has an average of 5,000 to 6,000 quakes. Last night at 5:36 p.m. local time, Alaska had the largest earthquake ever recorded in the Northern Hemisphere. Its moment magnitude was 9.2, just under Chile's 1960 earthquake that had a moment magnitude of 9.5, making it the 20th century's second largest earthquake. It registered on the Richter scale as 8.4, and the quake shook for approximately 4 minutes. 11 aftershocks registering at 6.0 on the Richter scale have followed just in the first day, and scientists predict that 9 or more may follow in the next 3 weeks and 32 in the course of the year. The focal depth of the quake was 25 kilometers, and the epicenter was at 61.04 north and 147.73 west. Seeches were observed as far away as Louisiana, and the heightened water wells rose as far away as South Africa. We take a quick break now for a commercial from one of our sponsors. Is your old dog food just not cutting it? Are your dogs ignoring their food and finding it's not tasty anymore? Then get the new tasty dog food from Doggity Dog Food Company. The new tasty dog food from Doggity Dog Food Company. Dogs love it. They'll eat it right up. And it's healthy and nutritious, unlike those other dog foods. Get the new tasty dog food from Doggity Dog Food Company and give your dog a healthy life. And welcome back to FCA Live. Our top story of this hour is an earthquake in Alaska. We go now to Jean Watson, who is in Anchorage with one of the survivors. Jean.
Hello, Susan. Yes, I'm here in Anchorage with Bill Smithson, one of the fortunate survivors of this terrible quake. He may still have his life, but his home and everything he owned has been destroyed.
Mr. Smithson and 75 other families lost their homes from a massive landslide, as pictured here at Turnagain Heights.
The landslide here at Turnagain Heights was the largest caused by the quake. Many other slides took place, though, all around Anchorage.
One slide damaged the J.C. Penney building and the Four Seasons apartment building here in Anchorage.
Now, Mr. Smithson, would you like to share your tale of how you escaped this landslide and that crushed your home?
I'd be happy to, Susan. I tell you, I was sitting there reading my book around 5:30 when the dog started acting real fidgety and just wanting to go for a walk, it seemed. So I leashed him up and away we went on our usual route. I tell you, though, it wasn't very odd. They kept acting fidgety. It's like they were chasing a rabbit or something. And so I was walking along, and then all of a sudden, about 4 or 5 minutes into the walk, it really started to shake. And boy, I knew it was an earthquake. It was the worst earthquake I've ever experienced. And I've lived here in Alaska all my life. I tell you, it was something. And then, boy, luckily I was out with the dogs, and I was in an area where there weren't many buildings. Because when I got back, picked my way through the ruins, my house and all the houses of my neighbors were completely destroyed. It's like a landslide came through. If it weren't for my dogs, I wouldn't be here to tell you the story.
And here is some footage now from Mr. Smithson during the quake. What a marvelous story, Mr. Smithson. Thank you, and great footage, and thank you for your time and sharing this story. Good luck to you.
Thanks for having me on.
Back to you, Susan.
Mr. Smithson was very lucky despite the unfortunate happening to his house. Many other buildings were damaged too. Like this school in Anchorage. Landslides or the quake itself did most of the damage, but people living on the coast had another form of destruction. 4 tsunamis crashed in Viewport Beach, Oregon, 12 in Crescent City, California, and about 21 in Alaska. Most were not as lucky as Mr. Smithson, but the number of deaths were surprisingly small for an earthquake of this size. 110 died from tsunamis and 15 from the actual earthquake itself. The estimated cost of damage is between $300 and $400 million. This concludes our program. I am Susan Wallace with FCA Live. Thank you. Sieges were observed as far away as Louisiana, and the heightened water wells rose as far away as South Africa. We take a quick break now for a commercial from one of our sponsors. The story of this hour is an earthquake that shook 1,300,000 square kilometers of North America, all of Alaska, parts of western Yukon territory, with a moment magnitude of 9.5, making this earthquake the second largest earthquake ever in the 20th century. That was all. That's what I said.
Lost. The landslide here at
Now you missed it.